let me explain this in 4 minutes super fast so that you can get vocoding ASAP. Okay, starts now. Okay, the first things first, add a vocoder to your audio track, not a MIDI track, because if you want to vocode your voice the very traditional cool way, then do it in an audio track. So also add a limiter after it, because sometimes it gets really loud. So you just want to make sure that you're protecting your ears. Next, we're going to make sure that we're going to talk about carriers. Carriers is the most important thing. So now if I just activate my voice on this channel, you can hear that this is how it sounds when you just put vocoder there. It just sounds like this, like it's just noisy. It's really cool and it's really good thing for many things, but it's not what we're wanting right now. We want the famous sound. So what we need to do is also add a MIDI channel next to it. And in the MIDI channel, you need to add a synthesizer. So example, wavetable like this. So I'm preparing myself to play a chord like that. A little bit louder. Okay, now I'm going to mute this because we don't want to hear the voice and the synth same time. We kind of do, but we don't. Because what we want to do is that we want to send a piece of that synth to on the top of my voice. So it works together. So what we need to go is to this carrier area, and we're going to go to external. Okay, and external, we're going to choose the synth. There we go. External wavetable. And what does that mean? It means that the synth sound that is coming, the piece that we're stealing from this MIDI channel, is the carrier that carries all the way from this MIDI channel on the top of, to layer on the top of my voice. Okay, and how it sounds right now. If I talk here and I press chord, okay, I'm playing a chord right now, and this is how it sounds. But it's not the sound that we're looking for. You can't really hear my sound, like my speaking really well. And you know why that is? It's because the synth sound is not complex enough. It needs to be more complex. So instead of sine wave, I'm going to make sure that it's outputting a square wave. Square wave is a lot harsher sound. Yeah, like that. So now let's see if I just now activate my voice. How are you? How is things going? Already you could hear my voice a lot more. So that is basically the basics of basic. I have 1 minute left and I'm going to just choose a couple cool features to feature here. Enhance, click that on because it makes your high end a lot better. Unvoiced adds a lot of noise to it. So if you want to hear, it's really good for rhythmic stuff, but also if you want to hear your syllables a lot better, so there is adds that kind of noise to it. Pretty cool. And format is another thing. So this whole area here in the middle is an EQ. So if you go and example draw with your pencil low and high, you're going to cut all the low frequencies away. And you're just going to have the high frequencies. That's kind of basics of it. And all these controls here are controlling how the EQ is working. And now format. Format is really cool because it kind of pitches the filter here, left and right. So it kind of takes it low end or high end. That was the time. Slight stop. Okay. I also just want to quickly show depth is how much are we actually adding vocoder to our voice, and attack and release is how fast is the vocoder working on our voice. So example, if we want to have like my voice is really short, like pa, but you want the vocoder synth to go longer, then you use a longer release. I'm just going to quickly demo those. Depth, okay, it's very much the synth. It's very much just my voice. More synth on the left and more my voice on the right. Attack is how fast does it start working. And then release is if I have a short sound but long release. If you want to see a visual representation of this, go to my Catsplaining YouTube account. There's a link down below, but also check out my all Ableton Live and Push courses from my website. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe and come back again. Bye.